revolution.
Activision's O2 range of extreme sports games leaves the competition standing with big-name licenses, state-of-the-art graphics, and highly original gameplay. Play TV caught up with the stars of the new O2 range at the E3 show. We asked them all the questions you've always wanted answers to. Say hello to Tony Hawk, Matt Hoffman, and Kelly Slater.
The biggest difference is the career mode. The career mode is a lot more elaborate, more in-depth. Not everything is based on time. You can explore the landscape and then decide if you want to do a challenge or not. It's not just about meeting certain requirements. And you can develop the career, literally, starting as a beginner almost, and working your way up, learning new skills, getting new equipment, stuff like that. And also they've really taken advantage of the architecture of the new consoles, much more than number 3. Because number 3 was the first time they really did anything for GameCube, Xbox, PS2, and now they're more evolved with how they're using the architecture, so they're really taking advantage of it. I think it feels more intuitive, and it feels like you can be more freestyle based, more creative, and you can do, you can meet the careers. I think it just has more replayability, like you won't just get it and finish the whole game in a couple of days and then sort of explore the avenues. There's a lot more to it. This is probably the biggest change of any sequel so far. All the same writers last time, but Bob's back for this one, and then the secret characters are all hush-hush. I feel like the games are improving. I don't feel like they're just being developed for the sake of tradition. If they were like that, then they would just be basically be a new level package. And I feel like we're really exploring the sort of career aspect and the more reality-based skateboarding avenues. You know what I mean? Instead of just saying, okay, here's some new levels, here's some new goals, go to it. This is more like interactive, and I think it's just more fun. Yeah, I never felt like I had a real natural ability, so I think this is something I was determined to keep learning and keep improving on. And I was really skinny, and so I had a complex about that I had to overcome that. I had to get the strength, and I kind of used my own technique to do that. But I don't know, I never really I felt like I was always into learning new tricks only, and that wasn't really a big thing when I started, where it was more about your style and your height, as opposed to, what kind of, how you maneuver your board. But that's what I focused on, and that sort of came to be another style. Well, now it's easier because people know about the game, and fans are eager to actually get their music in there, whereas before we were trying to just get it, and if it was a bigger band, it was a more difficult process, because it was like they thought that they were lending their credibility to the game when we were kind of thinking of it the other way around. And so now, fans are more eager to do it, and so we basically have a list of fans, like these people are all in, and then maybe these people might be a little more difficult, but they're willing, and we get the writers involved, and as much as possible, but it's a collective effort. It's not like one person's going, this band's in, this band's out. From the last game, I really liked Rio, because I got my high score on that level ever, but I think I have a soft spot for Tokyo, because I love Tokyo, and all the neon I thought looked really, really good, on the new consoles. Well, my oldest son, he's avid skater. He's really good. My other son, he's 9. My other sons are 3, and the other one's 10 months. So they're not ready yet. But they like watching their older brother. He has a real good sense of his limitations, and he has a lot of confidence, which is really important. And so, sometimes it's a little scary just seeing him, like recently he actually jumped over my car for a picture, and I didn't know if he was too sure about it, but he got it. He did fun. I don't know, I feel like if I'm still improving, I can still justify doing it, but, there comes a time when I just feel like I'm going through the motions. I won't do it on a public level. And then I would just get into the projects I've started, more behind the scenes, like video games, working more closely with Neversoft, doing our clothing marketing, and really getting the team, working with them and allowing them opportunities that maybe I had, or that they didn't realize they had. So just stepping back and working on the projects I've started.
It just has a lot more depth to it. I mean, it's a story. It's kind of all the media integrated into one game. You have, I don't know. I guess I never knew the best way to promote our sport was to come out with a great game. And so now we're able to add a lot more of our culture into this game. There's 11 levels. 9 levels, 11 riders. Every different level you open up a new video. And so, before you'd have a lot of dead time between your lines. You do a variation on a quarter or some wedge, and then now you can link stuff continually through the whole thing. You can manipulate, you can do variations, but you don't have to stick to just the regimen of those variations. You can then alter your variation, like say do a peg grab, then take a hand off and a foot off, so you can it becomes more of the way a biker thinks. You can be more creative and you can come up with your own stuff. And there's just a lot of new elements in this game. I'm kind of getting acclimated to just doing the flatland stuff because it's just such a, it's just so smooth and it's just got a lot of style. That's really cool, linking flatland stuff into the actual variations that you're doing on the other obstacles and stuff. So, you can do the peacock, and then you can modify that through the tweaker thing into a cock block. And so that's probably the cock block is my favorite trick. Yesterday I saw the first screening of the Jackass movie, and I did some stuff with those guys for that. Did some triples with Tony, me, and Bam doing it in the fat suit. So that was pretty good. But and then wrecked myself on a few other things for him. But there's 4 movies this year. There's that. There's this Triple X with Vin Diesel is in it. But then there's Keep Your Eyes Open that Camera Davis is directing and stuff, and that's my favorite one. It's real good. It really represents it's a great film. It's kind of more of an indie film, but I think it's gonna be released in 3,000 theaters or something. So that one's probably my favorite. That's kind of around bike riding or sports and skateboarding and stuff. No, Dave Barry and we've been riding together for years. We're friends. But I just am lucky that I'm partnered with Activision because they make better games. Nothing against Dave, but I'm psyched on my game. I'm psyched on Activision and how much effort they put into making a game, and so I'll stop there. That'll be announced later.
I've been involved since day one on any level they'll let me or listen to me on, which is pretty much every level. It's been great. Obviously I sat in a meeting with Activision when it began, and my decision to say I really love Activision and I want to work with them. And from that point on, we just started creating a game, and been involved, I guess, in every level, from helping to pick the other surfers in the game to requesting music, choosing the beaches that are in the game, helping shape the waves, working with animators to create each guy's style, come up with maneuvers. I thought it was a pretty good selection of different beaches around, spread around the world that are waves I like and I think anyone can appreciate. And they're all unique, either in size or color or shape, and it's a very international lineup of different waves. Well, my favorite wave in the world is Kira to go surf on. In the game, I'm not sure if I have a favorite. Maybe G-Land. The surfers that are in the game, it's a pretty good selection from young to old. Regular foots, groovy foots. We have, like Tom Carroll from Australia. It's just a wide variety of people. A number of them are really good friends of mine. Some others were my heroes as a kid, and it's just really a combination of the two of those things. It's people I like and respect, and I thought, and Activision thought as well, would make great characters in the game, and so all those sort of ideas went into it, and there was a couple guys, that we wanted, we didn't get, and there's a couple guys we weren't expecting to get, and they turned out a lot better than we even thought about. So I thought that the maneuverability on the wave would be the most important thing from my aspect, that the maneuvers and the turning looked real and that the styles looked correct. As a real surfer, those were the things that first popped into my mind that we need to get correct. And also, I mean, there's a lot of things, but also the wave breaking correctly, you know, the right speed, the right hollowness to the waves, and the right shapes. And, just anything that has to do with the realism side of what the game is, I felt were important aspects, and there weren't really any that were more or less important. They're kind of all one. You don't get wet, you don't get cold. You know? So that might be better on some days, you know. You don't get hurt when you hit the reef. You don't really break your boards, you know. I guess if I thought about it, there'd be a lot of things, you know. And you don't get to. I mean, it's not like you're actually sitting in the water and really getting the same experience. It's more of just the riding of the wave as opposed to the experience of getting your equipment and paddling out and traveling and all those sort of things. So, but you know, you can instantly fly around the world, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's basically like going and hand-picking the guys. You know, if somebody said, okay, we're going to do some sort of campaign and go hand-pick whoever you want from one guy from every other sport. You know, it's like those are the names I would pick anyway. So, I mean, it's really just an honor to be in a group like that. And, you know, it feels like a sort of special team.